Alright, you lot. It's time again. Service time. In fact, it's actually well overdue. Well overdue. I've actually missed out one whole service. So this really is 2 services. I normally do 2 a year on every 6 months. Well, for the one at the end of the winter, ready for summer, and one at the end of the winter, one at the end of the summer, ready for winter. Nice, clean, fresh oil for when the cold weather turns up. But I haven't been able to, so let's do the diesel filter. Always remember to do them up in a circle. Not a circle, sorry. Don't do them up in a circle. Do them up in a cross fashion. That way it'll make a seal. And always clean around it afterwards, so it's nice and dry. Then you can see if it's got any leaks. Time for the air filter. I haven't changed this air filter for a while. Should have done. So it's one of those ones that probably get away with. We're not in a particularly dusty environment anywhere around here. But I think it's time. Alright, new filter in. The old one wasn't that bad. Part of me would clean this and then keep it as a spare, but I don't really need the spares. Put that back in. I've got a couple of leaky injectors. That one there and that one there are leaking a little bit, I've noticed. But these two are nice and dry. At least they're on the top of the engine, easier to get to. I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, diesel done, air done, oil put in. Turn the light off and fire up now. Alright, what we got here then, look. Oil service now. Turn ignition off. Hold the button. Ignition on while holding the button. Reset oil service. Reset inspection service. So what we got to do, hold the button, ignition on, reset oil service reset, ignition off, ignition on, no more service. It's going to be a bit like that because I've done the diesel filter. Nice is running. Check the oil. Go around here, diesel filter and oils. Make sure we've got no leaks. And away we go. Can't see any dribbling on the diesel. good. Leave it running for a bit. Aye, aye, aye. Can't see any dripping on the oil anywhere. Always check. If you just put that dirty plate back on and didn't check for any leaks, you wouldn't know because it would be leaking into the dirty pan. And you know when it gets bad. Happy days. Put it all back together. Blimey, you look, looks like I got that done just in time. There's some sort of storm. I don't think it's happening in the southeast, which is where I am. I think it's more up north somewhere, probably up in Scotland, but there's still some heavy winds out there at the moment, and the rain has started lashing down. I was out there for a few hours. It only takes about 10-15 minutes to do an oil change, but I was fannying around. I fell asleep under the car at one point. It's so relaxing. If you can relate, when you're laying underneath a car, you hear a little bit of wind, it might be a bit quiet. You're just laying underneath, you're laying flat, looking underneath the car. You just kind of nod off. It's so relaxing and so peaceful. I nodded off. It was only because a car drove past and it was a bit of a noisy one. It woke me up. Anyway, got it done just in time. I always say it's extremely important, if you've got the tools, if you've got a socket set and a few bits and bobs, to do your own servicing, because it'll save you a hell of a lot of money. And I know people always say, yeah, but I want a stamp in the book. Oh, you know what, if you've got a brand new car, fair enough, I suppose, and you've got the money to spend, but just don't. For the cost of the oil and a filter here and there, if you've already got the tools yourself, just do your own servicing, because the prices they charge is absolutely ridiculous these days. Just got to do a little bit of tidying up now, put my trusty piece of cardboard away, and clean up the oil pan. And that's that done. Had a good sort out, look, and I've got loads of rag now. These are all the old kids' clothes that don't fit them anymore. Gave a lot of them away to people who need them, who've got kids that they would fit. But some of them have got holes in and stains and whatnot else. You can't give clothes to people with holes and stains on them. So I use them as rags, and I've got quite a big, they've fallen over, but I've got quite a big pile of them now, so very, very handy. Love a rag, and that's an old bed sheet. Happy days. Yeah, blimey. It's starting to rain out again now. Thought I'd start the old beast up. Let's see what the coldest temperature's been in here. Oh, it was 0.7 degrees at one point. It went up to 28.9, but that was in the summer. That keeps the lowest temperature and the highest temperature it's ever recorded. Currently 9.2 degrees at the moment. 81% humidity. Not so good. What's happening here? There's no water in that one. That's been in here about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. No water in that one. This is the old one. Bit of water in there. But this has been in here for bloody 6-7 months. So that's good that there's no water going in that new one, even though it is 80% humidity in here, but that's alright. Nice. I've got to go around with the sealer, because there's a few holes in the floor from where I've taken out the heater and a few other various pipes. There's little holes here and there, and what happens is particularly when I'm sitting ticking over. Not so much when I'm driving, because obviously the exhaust fumes they fly around because I'm driving. But if I'm sitting ticking over, or if I'm on the driveway or anywhere in the car park ticking over, the exhaust fumes, they go underneath and then they just come up through those holes, and you start to smell it inside. And obviously that's not very nice, is it? When this is like your home from home when you're out camping. So I've got to go around, take all the bottoms of the seats up, seal all the holes up with some sealer, so there's no holes in the floor anywhere. They're not big holes, they're just little holes, where there was wires going through at some point. I've taken things out, bits and bobs like that. A couple of little screw holes here and there. They need to be sealed up anyway, but once I sealed those up, won't have no more smell of it, no exhaust fumes in here. They'll all be outside. Oh, happy days. I thought I'd better come and start the beast up. It's been a little while since I come all the way over here, so runs like a dream, as always. Yeah, it does need a service though. The last time I done a service on it was about 2 years ago. Alright, we've only done 300 miles, but still like to try and keep you all fresh if I can. Let her warm up a bit, and then I'll turn her off, and that'll be that. Got Mr. Little Job sitting over there, happy dappy. Don't know whether you can hear that. It might not be loud enough for you to be able to hear it, but it's raining heavily out there now. So I've packed everything up. That's it for the day for me now. Gonna have to go and do something indoors. Bit of painting, something like that. I might even try and get the hallway so we can actually walk through the hallway. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Always do your own services. I know mechanics and things like that, you have to make a living. But let's be honest, we all need to save a quid or two here and there. So if you've got the tools, do your own services. You don't have to do the hard stuff yourself. I've still got to mend the brakes on my car. You might have seen the little brake, the little symbol to tell me I've got no brake pads. That's an easy thing. I've just got to do the wires. I'll show you how to do that. You've got to put the two wires together, and then you can run the brake pads without the sensor, and the light won't be on. Because the ones with the sensor, probably more expensive, but I bought the wrong ones because I just did. Anyway, I'll see you lot later on. Treat people nicely. Treat people how you'd like to be treated. And we should all have a nice, happy life. If you come across an idiot, ignore them. See you later.